Hello. Glad you dropped by. 250 cubic centimeters. 2 cylinders. 25 years behind me and not a single day without the itch to ride. Today's road is a short one. Number 353. From a village with a bridge all the way to the ocean. 13 kilometers that end at a beach. And this is the local old-timer. A stone pine. Enormous. It's been standing here so long it saw this road before the asphalt. Maybe before the road at all. Next to it I'm just a teenager. But we understood each other right away. Neither of us is in any hurry. And here on the right, let's ease off. This is the Church of San Miguel. Modest to look at, but once upon a time there was a pilgrim's shelter here. The Way of St. James ran along the coast, and weary travelers were met here, fed, and tended to. Bridge, church, and shelter. All in one spot. That's where the village began. I'm no pilgrim, of course. But I respect the idea. A place where a traveler isn't chased off but taken in. Places like that are worth remembering. All right, the ocean won't ride to itself. Fresh asphalt, repaved a couple of years back. No buses come out here. Which means the road is ours. Let's ride. And here's the first place worth a look. Trouble is, they won't let us past the fence. Private property, and the signs aren't bluffing. So we'll just admire the gate. Stone, with a coat of arms. Behind it hides an old estate and a garden. And in that garden are trees that for a good century now have been left to grow however they please. No pruning. The owner wanted it that way. Let them grow free. Our pine back at the start seems to be from the same crowd. And the owner was a man by the name of Satuola. The very one who, together with his daughter, found the caves of Altamira. The ones with the bison painted on the walls. But that's a whole other story, and it can wait. And look, a scallop shell. There, in the stone above the arch. The mark of the Way of St. James. There it is again. This road really is a pilgrim's road. Well, let's ride on. And on the left, another church. But of course, they're as common here as mushrooms after rain. In Cantabria there's a bell tower on every bend. I'm used to it by now. And another Juan. That's John, in other words. These Johns have crossed my path on past rides already. Seems no road is complete without them. Alright, we won't linger. Let's ride. Here's a sign pointing right. And it would be worth turning off, if we had the time for it, but today is about the road. There's a labyrinth over there. The biggest in Spain, made of living cypress. But we're riding past. While we roll, enjoy the views of the road, and I'll tell you about it. Over 5 kilometers of paths there, and everyone looks the same. A local built it, a retired firefighter. just went and grew himself a dream out of trees. Now I'll show you a shot from above. Pretty, isn't it? And you're probably thinking, there it is, laid out plain as day. Finding the exit is a piece of cake. Don't kid yourself. A person inside sees none of that. The walls are blind and taller than your head. And some of the paths are roofed over with arches of leaves. From above you can't make them out at all. So the picture is no help to you. People wander in there for 2 hours. One fellow memorized the map and popped out in 14 minutes. Another got stuck for 7 hours while his wife had lunch without him. I think I'll pass. For getting lost, the road is quite enough for me. On the left. Well, we had a look. Honestly, it could have been better. Stood there for decency's sake and moved on. Because the finest thing here isn't the viewpoint. It's the road itself. That's what we'll be enjoying. Oh, what's this? My rider is turning off. From our 353 onto some 355. Narrow. Not even a line down the middle. Why, one might ask. And he whispered. The road is only 3 kilometers, but the views from it beat that viewpoint. Well, we'll see. For now I won't argue. Narrow roads with good asphalt. That's my kind of thing. In moments like this I call him my human. And you know what? He wasn't lying. It really is lovely from here. A good deal more honest than that lookout. Rolled into a village, Rudagüeña. Nothing much to see, by the looks of it. But my rider spotted a sign on the map. Says there's a swimming spot on the river. Let's go have a look, he says. The river here, by the way, is the Saja. We've met before. It feeds the trout and gathers anglers from all around. They come for the trout. I come for the bends. To each their own. And the swimming spot turned out just as dull as the viewpoint. Second miss in 10 minutes. Now my rider turns back into the organic interface, chasing signs that lead nowhere. and then he pulls a stunt. Going back the same road bores him. He turns off into the forest. I braced myself. Figured now I'd have to drop the tire pressure and dredge up past off-road adventures. But no. It held. The asphalt stays firm, the surface solid. And all around, forest. The very forest that made the turn worth it. And here I take back my words. My human again. Out of the forest, and another village. Tiny, up in the hills. Here I got nervous. Had my rider lost his way and couldn't find the way back to our 353. But no. Turns out he came here on purpose. For this little church right here. An odd design. One I hadn't seen before, and believe me, I've seen plenty. We take in the surroundings. And suddenly, bells. Right from that tower. And on it, not a soul. Nobody pulling a rope, no bell ringer at all. Eerie and funny at the same time. And the answer is simple. Even out here, in the middle of nowhere, automation has arrived. The bells have long been ringing on their own. A machine took the ringer's place. And here's where this church and I are kin. On the outside, a well-earned old age. Inside, machinery that does all the work. It rings without a ringer. I ride without a horse or oats. Both of us honestly pretend it's all like the old days, while really we've long run on tech. Me, they assembled on a line back in '99, no less. So who am I to talk? Alright, now, seriously, we look for the way back to 353. Point on the left again. We looked. And, well, the trees have grown right over it. Not much left to see. Never mind. The best of it is under the wheels anyway. The road turned into something you could sing about. Bends one after another, clean, easy. That's what makes me truly happy. Let the viewpoints grow over. The road, here it is, doing its job. We roll into the village of Novales, one of the prettiest in these parts. On the left, right away, a big church, an odd-looking one. But no, past it. This video isn't about churches. If you want churches, we've already got a separate one, we'll leave the link. And Novales is so pleasant it deserves a video of its own. So we won't trouble it with our quick once-overs. We'll just ride through on the highway. This is a video about the road, after all, and on we go. Now this is interesting. My rider points up the hill. There, on the height, sits a church. And it was built somehow, warlike. High up, set apart, as if keeping watch over the valley. Let's turn off, have a look. And up close it all falls into place. This is no ordinary church. The wall around it, an old fortress wall, with arrow slits, only now they stare into the ground. The wall has settled, sunk in, grown tired. And one stretch of it still looks down onto the road, holding the line out of old habit. This was a defensive spot. Uninvited guests used to come from the sea, once, even a whole French frigate. The locals fought them off, and hid the women and children up here behind these walls. The church came later. They set it seems, right on the bones of the fortress. And you know, I feel a kinship with that. Old foundation, new structure on top. The fortress no longer wages war, but its stones serve on, holding up not soldiers now, but a bell. I'm a peaceable sort too. But I've still got a bit of armor under the plastic. Alright, fortress inspected. Time to head down to the road. The ocean is somewhere very close now. And on the left something rises up that made me ease off the throttle. A huge church. Red stone, 2 towers into the sky. Visible from far off, like a lighthouse. But past it, this giant deserves a video of its own. Cramming it into a quick overview would only spoil it. Tipped my hat on the move and rode on. I'll say just one thing. For centuries pilgrims have passed by it, on their way to Santiago. The very same ones, with the scallop shell. Remember the shelter at the start of the road, where they were fed? Well, they made it. The circle closes. And that's it. Here our 353 comes to an end. 13 kilometers behind us. From the old bridge, past the pine, the labyrinth and the fortress, to this very point. But I won't put the period here. A kilometer away, the ocean. It'd be a sin to ride past. I turn off, roll down to the beach, cut the engine. And now, at last, I can breathe out. Salt, sand, the waves sorting things out with the rocks. The engine cools quietly and ticks. It had a good day. A pleasant short road, clean bends, for 25 years old, a fine day indeed. The road ended at the sea. The best ending there is. And on that note I'll say goodbye. Take care of yourselves, and hold on to good asphalt. We'll meet again. Cantabria has plenty of roads, and nearly all of them are worth the ride.